Good morning, this is Federico Bentley from Ayondo Markets giving you this morning's market update. Starting off this morning, we moved to Greece, following some movement yesterday in Greece's deals with its lenders. At an emergency summit between finance ministers on Monday, Athens put forward a new set of proposals described by European Council President Donald Tusk as a positive step forward. Some European lenders believe a finalised deal will be reached in the next few days, with European Commission President Jean-Claude Juncker saying, "I'm convinced that we will come to final agreement in the course of this week." However, others, including German Chancellor Angela Merkel, are less sure. "There's still a lot of work to be done," she said. And she also mentioned that there was no guarantee that an agreement would be achieved in time. The struggling economy desperately needs to unlock bailout funds to meet its 30th of June deadline for a €1.5 billion payment to the IMF. If Greece is unable to do so, the country faces default and possible expulsion from the Eurozone. Looking at the blue chip index yesterday, we saw the UK 100 rise by 115.22 points, or 1.7%, its strongest daily gain since the results of the May general election. Today it is trading up 6 points from its morning open. Looking at the German index, Germany 30 rolling is pretty stagnant on the day, trading 2 to 3 points down from its open. Same as for the France 40 rolling, it's down just over 9 points from its morning open. After yesterday's progress with Greece, the France 40 rolling and Germany 30 both climbed 3.81%. Heading across the pond, sentiment was lifted yesterday as hopes grew that a deal would be reached to prevent Greece from defaulting on loans. Wall Street rolling rose over 104 points, or 0.58%, to 18,120.48. The US 500 gained 13 points, or 0.62%, to 2,122.99. And the US tech rolling added nearly 37 points, or just over 0.072%, to 5,153.97. With the day's gains, the US tech ended at a record, while the US 500 closed 0.3% away from its own record close. In other news, shares in Lloyds Banking Group dipped to 86.9p this morning after it emerged as the government had cut its stake in the bailed-out bank to less than 17%. This could be the final tranche of shares sold to institutional investors. Chancellor George Osborne announced at the beginning of this month that the government was planning to wrap up its current sale of shares to institutions by the end of the month, as the latest, before embarking on a Telcid-style sell-off. He mentioned the trading plan has been a huge success, with almost £3.5 billion raised to the taxpayer so far. He said this means we have now recovered over £10.5 billion in total, more than half of the taxpayers' money put into Lloyds. Looking at some possible M&A, Ladbrokes last night confirmed it was in merger talks with rival bookie Gala Coral in a deal to create the UK's largest gambling company. The FTSE 250 listed firm, which has over 2,000 betting shops across the UK, said it was weighing plans to buy Gala Coral's 1,800 Coral betting shops, its online business, and Italian brand Eurobet. Now for today's data in focus, we have at 10 o'clock, the UK May CBI Industrial Trend Survey. At 1 o'clock, we have the US April Housing Price Index, and at quarter to two, we have US June Manufacturing PMI, and at 2 o'clock, we have US May New Home Sales. After these meetings, we could see some volatility play on some pairings, such as the euro-dollar and the cable, so another potential opportunity to see some movement there. And that's all for today's news. Thank you very much for listening.